Hi, Sailor Neptune Michelle here, and today we're going to talk about why we'll never ever be a YouTube mate. First off, don't have the watch time, don't have the looking, and that's the first thing. Two, don't want to get into upholding and following many oversights, and on top of these oversights shifting all the time. So you might think to yourself, oh, well, you're good for upholding the oversights and following them. Then they shift them, and you seek yourself having to uphold and follow new oversights, or at least follow them. So don't want to get into that. And always have to worry about, oh, how much gal I'm making, how much income toll they're taking out for Gaver and Reich, how much I'm going for near, you know, then being answerable, halfly answerable for your Gaver and Reich, fully answerable for your Ultim, and halfly answerable for your Near. Yeah. And then worrying about following every oversight and wondering where your good standing is going to be taken away at. Because since they always shift the oversight, you can be good, with everything, and then they could say you're doing wrong. You always hear about folks who they're in good standing, everything's good, they do their film and everything's great, and then YouTube comes along and tells them that, oh, your film's been age-yeared, you lost the income off that film for no sake, grounds, or why, and then you lose your good standing. So why would I want to go through and worry about all that shit and have to worry about oversights being shifted again? Or worrying about them thinking that, oh, this film doesn't follow this, so then you lose your good standing because either they made a mistake or they just did it by goal. So no. And worrying about income toll. And and always worrying about my good standing. Yeah, it goes back to that again. Always worrying about every day, oh, do these films follow the YouTube mateship oversight? Do these films follow the boostering and showing oversight? If I'm following these oversights, is there going to be new oversights that I gotta uphold? Yeah. And then worrying about losing your mateship, losing any boostering and showing income you made, worrying about, all that shit. And then worrying about your income toll. So why? Why would I put myself through any of that shit? Why would I do that and take all the fun out of YouTube? Why would I do that? You know? So no. And you have to have a lot of watch time and a lot of followers or watchers or onlookers or seers, and they shift that, so you're never going to meet that. And there seems to be way too many downsides to making up for it. If the only upside to being a YouTube mate is, oh, you make gald, well, that's pretty much the upside to working full time or half time. And if you have some health guild, then that might be another upside. But beyond that, there really isn't any upside to being a YouTube mate. Just too many downsides. And for folks that already are fully or halfway answerable for their income tool, that might not be a big deal. But following oversights and those oversights shifting, yeah, that might become a big deal. You know? And then worrying about, oh, are these films following the mateship oversight? Do these films follow the boostering or showing oversight? Are these films following the followership oversight? Yeah. With being a nun mate, the only oversights that you're following and upholding is website, followership. That's it. Just those two. I don't uphold the mateship or boostering and showing, since I'm not in that and I'm not doing that. And then being halfway answerable for any boosterings and showings you put on your film. So no. Why would I go through all that shit? You know? And you're gonna have and mates are they're always something there's bitching about, and then and then YouTube not caring, not giving a shit about you. Well, they don't give a shit about you if you're a mate or a non-mate, but if you're a mate, you doubly get fucked with. So why would I want to go through all of that? No, thank you. So, and need be, I may never ever get that yearbook that talks about all the things I did about 9 years ago and what I'm doing now. I'm never going to get that golden board, that says, good for you, Sailor Moon for life. You got this track of followers, this reckoning of followers. Never going to get any of those things, and I don't really care. You know? And I don't get the watch time that one would get to even be on looked for that. Be on looked for even being in the being for that. So no. So I just laid out some ground, some stake and why to why I say no to YouTube mateship. So if you like this film, then follow us over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Watch the last film we made yesterday over here, with Sarah Uranus giving her thoughts on the Royal Rumble or Kingly Loudness. I am Sailor Neptune, Michelle, and I'll see you later.